Hi, I'm Whitney with Koala Cuddles Baby Wearing Education, and in this video I'm going to show some quick ways to tie off your long linen tails if you happen to be using a 2Lambie reverse Onbuhimo. So the first way I'm going to tie off is I'm just going to bring those tails back under my arms, under baby's legs, and cross under his booty to bring them back around to the front and tie off in a double knot. It's probably one of the fastest ways you can tie off, but because I'm really short, I'm only 5 feet tall, I still have a lot of extra tail that ends up touching my toes when I'm walking if I tie off in the front like that. So I take the tails and I cross them back one more time around my waist to bring them back under baby's bottom, and I tie off in a double knot back there so that I'm using up a little more of the tails. It's just a personal preference for me to have the double knot under his bottom, but you can have it in the front if you're taller and it doesn't bother you, or if you're short and it doesn't bother you. You can have it wherever you like. That's just my preference to have it under his bottom. So the next finish I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a chest pass and then go across my body, under my opposite arm, under baby's legs, under baby's bottom, and bring it back to the original side. So I started on my right side, and I'm going to go across my body, under my left arm, bring that tail under baby's bottom, and back around to those rings on my right side, and tuck the tail through both rings and create a knotless finish here. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. I'm going to start on my left shoulder, bring that tail across my chest, under my right arm, under baby's legs, under baby bottom, back around to the left rings, and tuck that tail back through both rings and create a knotless finish on this side. I really like doing these knotless finish where they're coming back through the rings for a second time. It really helps keep your rings nice and flat against your body, and it's just really comfortable for me. So this is one of my favorite options when I'm tying off, is to have the tails go back through the rings a second time. Okay, so for this finish, I'm going to take one tail back behind my arm, under baby's bottom, and bring it around to the front. Then I'm going to create a candy cane chest belt. So I'm just going to loop and wrap those tails, kind of twist them around each other. And then I'm going to bring that shorter tail that has wrapped around my body already back through the original rings again in a knotless finish. So it kind of holds itself there. And then I'm going to take the long tail over the shorter tail, back under baby's bottom, and loop that tail into the original rings that it came from. So now I have tails looped through both rings to keep everything nice and secure and keep my rings nice and flat. So you can see I'm just kind of tightening through that side of the tail. And I really like this one. It looks pretty. It's really comfortable. And it's actually pretty quick. I do this one a lot. Now this last option, I'm going to create some back passes. So I'm going to take this tail back behind my back, over baby's front leg or his first leg, and spread that tail out so that it's going across his back. And I'm going to have it go under baby's opposite leg. So over the first, under the opposite, under the second. And I'm going to bring that back around the front to create a chest pass back to the rings where it originally came from. And I like to use knotless finishes. It's just fast for me. It's really comfortable for me, so that's usually my go-to. But in the end, you can tie off in a double knot or in a single knot if you decide you want to do it that way. I'm going to bring that other tail, same thing, over baby's front leg, spread that linen tie, or if you have a wrap tie, across baby's back, under baby's opposite leg, and create a nice chest pass back to the original rings where they came from to loop them through for a knotless finish. I really like using passes like this that go across my babe's back, especially when I'm wearing my older child, because this reverse Onbuhimo happens to be a baby size and she's getting a little tall. And so if I have those passes going across her back and kind of supporting her legs, it really helps to make her more comfortable. It helps to make me more comfortable, and we can use this baby size carrier still, even though she's a little bit tall for it. So I hope that this was helpful, and if you have any questions, you can go ahead and find me at Koala Cuddles Baby Wearing Education on Facebook.